Welcome to my garden. Today I just want to talk a little bit about coloring your hair naturally with henna. I've been using henna for about 3 years now to color my hair, and I just love it. Before I started using henna, I used the chemical treatments. I would either go to the salon and get it done, or I would do it at home myself. And to be honest with you, I just never really liked the results that I got. I always wanted, a natural looking highlight effect when I would get my highlights or and that kind of thing. And my hair always seemed to be damaged. I mean, I have fine hair anyway, so the chemical processes always seem to dry out my hair, and so I just thought to try henna, and it was totally foreign to me, but once I started using it, I just loved it. So I thought I would show you how to color your hair with henna today, and I'll just tell you what I use here. I use a product that's called Light Mountain Natural, and it's an organic product, and henna has been around for centuries. I mean, people have used henna for cosmetic purposes in the Roman Empire and in ancient Egypt, and they use it to dye clothing, and you've probably seen henna tattoos. So it is just a product that's been tried and tested, and so there's nothing really that I found that I haven't liked about using this. You do have to treat it like a normal hair color, though. When you start to use it, you want to make sure that you test it to make sure you don't have an allergic reaction or anything like that. When I started to use it, I did have to let my old color grow out, so that was kind of that awkward stage, and I'm not real sure if you have to do that or not, but I did. I just let my old color grow out. And so I have been waiting a week past my normal time that I would color my hair so I could do this video and show you. I want to do a before and after. I will show you in the sunlight over here in a few minutes my hair color, so then you can compare it at the end of this video. You can compare it to kind of see the difference. It's probably been 5 weeks since the last time I colored my hair, so I'm really about a week past where I'd like to be. It could even been 6 weeks. I'll probably have to check my calendar, but I'll let you know on that later. So anyway, you can buy henna powder in a lot of different things. I haven't tried this yet, but I picked it up at a local store as a backup in case I couldn't get this. I have to order this on Amazon, and on the back of the product it'll show you what you can expect as far as your hair getting colored, what the color you may be able to achieve by using henna. When you get your powder, it's just a powder. This right here, I can get 2 colors with this. So about 2 hair colors, and I think this costs about $8 a box or something. So it's really affordable. And then you have your instructions, and you have a little cap in here and gloves, just like you would if you were to color your hair at home. If you have blonde hair, you may want to check to find henna that will or if you want to get blonde hair using something natural, you may want to do some research on that. I've never colored my hair blonde, but I think you can with henna if there's another ingredient that has to be added to it, though. It's a natural ingredient, and so that would be just some research you'd have to do on your own if you want to try to go real light like a blonde. But if you buy henna just like this, it's only going to do brown and brunettes and reds and chestnuts and that kind of color. Okay, so I'm going to show you over here in the sunlight what my hair looks like now. It looks terrible. It is in such dire need of hair color, and I've got the gray all coming in on the top. This is so embarrassing that I'm going to put this on YouTube, but hey, at least I'm growing old, right? If I wasn't growing old, I wouldn't be here. So I guess you have to say you have to grow old gracefully. So at any rate, and I also, what I really like, and hopefully I'll be able to pick this up in the sunlight over here, is that when your henna starts to fade from your hair, you'll get these natural highlights that pop out, and they're so pretty. I've even gone to the salon to try to get the highlights that the henna gives me naturally, and they could never give me these real natural looking highlights. So I'm real happy with them, and we'll walk over here and I'm on the sunlight, and I'll try to show you what I'm talking about with the highlights, and then the ugly gray that's coming through. That's mainly so I can show you a before and after. So after I color it, you'll be able to see and compare the difference. Okay? Okay, I'm going to try to show you here the little natural highlights that I'm talking about. Hopefully you can see some right here. It's kind of a, if I can get the sun, my camera's blocking the sunlight. Trying to show you without showing all my gray roots, so hopefully you can see there's some little lighter strands, and then it kind of is golden, you know, in some areas too. Because when I do it, after I color my hair, there's not going to be a lot of highlights for about a week or two. It's not going to be, it's going to be more of a solid coverage. So I am at the very end of my color. That's why there's so much gray on the top. But about 3 weeks into the color is when you'll really start to notice, or 2 weeks into your colors when you start to notice the highlights popping out. It takes about 2 weeks. Start by boiling your water, and this is filtered water. I have a reverse osmosis filter which removes all of the minerals and everything from your water. So you can, if you have filtered water, use that, or you'll want to use a distilled water. Don't use like spring water or something like that. Use a really good filtered water. And then over here, I'll go ahead and show you what I'm going to do here. Is I have my bag of henna. I'm going to add half of my bag. I'm only going to use half of it. And I have a glass bowl. You don't want to use metal. And I have a popsicle stick to stir it with, because I don't want to use a metal utensil. Add half of my henna. Sometimes I really can use, sometimes I can get three colorings out of this. Now you want your water at a rolling boil. It is rolling boil. So I'm just going to pour water in here until it gets to a nice consistency, kind of like a thin yogurt, like American yogurt, not Greek yogurt. I want to make sure we get it, you know, kind of thin, because it's easier to work with when it's thinner. But if you get it too thin and it's runny, you don't want that. So. And you have to stir it real good to get all the lumps out. And just try to stir it till you don't see any more lumps. There's still a few lumps in here, but I think it's pretty smooth overall. And what you want is for it to have a consistency kind of like that. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to put a lid on here, and we're going to let it stay covered for 1 hour. And then I'm going to, about 10 minutes before the hour is up, I'm going to wash my hair and towel dry it, and then I can apply the henna, and I'll show you that in just a minute. It's been about an hour, and that's been curing, and I'm going to go ahead and wash my hair. I like to use these Giovanni products. These are really good. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to wash my hair. I'm not going to condition it or anything, and I'm going to gently comb through it with the wide tooth comb back there. So I like to use the kitchen sink when I'm working with this, just because it's easier. I have a lot more space. So I have an old towel, and I have a really old t-shirt on, so I'm going to go ahead and wash my hair. Okay, right here it's basically black. Okay, it has cured fully. Okay, so because I let it cure as long as for an hour, it won't take as long to color my hair. if I were in a rush and I only let it cure for 10 minutes or something like that, I'd have to leave it on my hair longer in order for the color to take. So keep that in mind. I'd rather have it cure for a long time and then just have to leave it on my hair for, 30 minutes than have to leave it on for 45 to an hour. I just get a better color the longer you let it cure. So now it's like a black color, and I'll go ahead and put it on my hair. Okay, I just washed my hair and it's time to put the color on now. So I didn't put conditioner in my hair because I want it to really take the color good. And I'm also doing this on a day where I don't have a lot of things going on. I'm not going to be able to wash my hair for 24 hours with shampoo. So I'm just kind of doing this on a down day. I also like to use this little diffuser on my hair dryer. However, I colored my hair with henna for 2 years without using the diffuser. So if you don't have one of those, it's really not that big a deal. So I'll go ahead and show you what you need to get started applying the color. Okay, this is when I'm going to go ahead and get my color ready. I'm going to go ahead and put it in one of these bottles, and I'm going to snip off the end. I need a pretty big hole, only because this henna is very thick. Okay, and I'm going to use a funnel. For some reason, when I put the funnel in, it stops draining. It's weird. So I'm just going to hold it right here and let it drain out. Okay, and this is going to be plenty for my hair. That's all I need. So I'm going to go ahead and just wash the rest of this out. So when you're applying this, it's just like any other color. You're just going to, separate out a little pieces here. And I like to just go through, and I'm trying to look in the mirror while I'm doing this at the same time. And just go through and just squirt out a little bit there. And I'm going to go ahead and do my whole head like that. Okay, so now I have my shower cap on for all of the world to see. And so I'm going to leave this shower cap on for about 20 minutes just to kind of hold in the moisture and then any kind of a heat that's building up in there. And then I'm going to also use my diffuser to apply heat, and the color takes better if it stays warm. So I'll do this on and off for probably about 20 minutes, and then it should be good to go. Okay, now it's time to rinse out the conditioner. I'm going to use this fine tooth comb to help get out any remaining grit that's in my hair. And I'm just going to do this very gently. Okay, so provided that it's sunny in the next couple of days, I'm going to show you the results. I'm going to dry my hair and style it, and then you can see how it looks. Okay, it is absolutely beautiful today. Blue skies everywhere. Anyway, it has been 36 hours since I colored my hair, and I just washed it and styled it. I'm going to step into the sun so you can kind of see the coverage. And I also took a picture of before that showed my roots and how dark my hair was with the gray, and so now it's lightened up, and hopefully you can see that. And my highlights aren't quite as bright right now, but in about 2 weeks they will be a lot lighter, and I'll still have the coverage of my roots. So about 5 or 6 weeks into it, I really need to color it again. Okay, but if I'm planning on going somewhere, I like to color my hair about 2 weeks prior to that. If there's a special event or engagement or something I'm going to attend, then I like to color my hair about 2 weeks before that, so it's got the right amount of color and everything's looking good. All right, well, hopefully this has inspired you to try henna, and if you have any questions, I'll certainly be more than happy to try to help you with them. Thanks. Yes, sweetie.
On webkits it says you can find floating leaves and get prizes.
Floating leaves?
Can I play webkits for about 30 minutes? Can I play webkits for 30 minutes?
I suppose.
Okay.
Then it's bedtime.
This is something easy. I can do it on my own time. Yes, sweetie.
Can I have a cinnamon stick?
Yeah, I don't think you'll like eating a cinnamon stick, but you can try it.
I know, I'm not going to eat it.
Okay, you can play with it.
I just really like cinnamon sticks.
Okay, well, you can have one. Anyway, so I'm going to show you how to color your hair with henna. Now, henna has been around for...
Really eat one?
Well, you can taste it if you want to, but I probably wouldn't eat it. Okay. Okay, so henna has been around forever.